From Cornwall to Birmingham and Johnston and Bexhill, here's Ruben Spar on the radio.
Hello to the Jolly Rodger. How are you today?
Hello, I'm great, thank you. I just had a wonderful practice with the band up in Plymouth and now travelling back home to Penzance. I'm Samantha. I play the mandolin and the guitar and I sing. That's me, and I do all the managing and things for the band too.
So, can you tell me, how did Jolly Rodger get its band name?
So, the very beginning of this musical journey, one of our friends wanted a pirate band to play at their birthday, and we threw something together and thought of the most piratey name and wrote some songs and went and played at her birthday party a few days later. So yeah, it just came about like that really, and we really enjoyed it. So we just kind of carried on doing it afterwards, and it wasn't really planned.
So, what is it like going into the recording studio when you first released your debut album, Jolly Rodger? What was that like?
It was the first time I'd ever been in a professional music studio. When we were doing that album, I kind of learned everything as I went along in this journey. So it was really interesting to see how things worked in the studio, and we used a few different ones because we wanted to meet different people to work with them and try out like different studios and stuff. So yeah, it was a lovely experience.
Lovely experience. So, can you tell me the more about the EP that it is called Ship or Bust?
So that one we did when we ran a Kickstarter to get our second van actually. Our first van broke down. We needed a new band van, and we did a Kickstarter. I think it was just as we were coming out of the lockdown, COVID and things. And we did an EP to release alongside that. And our fans were great, and we raised the money for our van, and we wrote some songs about some of the ones we wrote already, and some was like inspired by lockdown and things like that. So that was that EP.
So it must be quite hard being a band during COVID times.
It was a challenge because we'd only actually just started. We only started the band in 2019. So we were out gigging as much as we could for the first like 8-9 months or whatever. And then we couldn't gig anymore all of a sudden. So we used the time to build our like online following, our social medias, connect with our audience, have like a community within our fan base and build like a community page. And we also ran a few virtual festivals. We helped out with the world's biggest pirate festival, Brixton Pirate Festival. We ran that from our page. And we did a few other virtual festivals and streams like every week because we were living together at the time as the band. Excuse me. So yeah, it was difficult, but we did make the most of it, I feel.
So tell me more about something that is called the Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers is a song that was written by my auntie Dorian. She knew a fisherman that she was close with that went out to sea, and unfortunately the boat sank and it never came back, and he was lost at sea. And she wrote this song to like process her grief and also just to like raise awareness of the dangers of the fishing industry. And we absolutely loved the song. It had like that shanty kind of roots that was within our sound. And we wanted to like give it a little more, put in some electric instruments, put in the electric guitar, add drums to it and see where we could take it. And so she said that we could record it, which was great. And we did a music video for it down in Newlyn in the fishing community that features my cousin Jolan and his daughter as well, Josiane. Jolan lost his dad at sea in 97. And we've recently found out that's actually the person, one of the people that Auntie Dorian was thinking of when she wrote the song. And so, yeah, the music video is filmed there with Jolyn in it. And then we linked up with the Fisherman's Mission that raised money for the fishing communities and their families all around the coast of the UK. So we teamed up with those to raise awareness of it and also raise money for them, so you can download it directly from their website, and it helps with their mission and project.
Going to move on now to the year of 2025. So, what made you for change your band's name for your new band's name for All for Jolly?
Okay, so from the very beginning, our motto of Jolly Rodger was All for Jolly and Jolly for All. And that also comes from our community spirit and like the way we're so inclusive with our music, and we just love everyone to get together and have a good time. And also the Cornish saying, on and haggle, which is one and all. So we used that kind of came into it as well. So that's been our motto. People have said it to us. We've said it to them. It's been in our songs. We had an album called All for Jolly and Jolly for All, EP, sorry. All for Jolly and Jolly for All back at the very, very start. It's not available online or anything. It was just a demo of a few of our songs. And a few of our band members left at the beginning of last year, just after we had raised the money for this album for another Kickstarter, thanks to our fan base. So it was a big change last year. My brother Jay, he started the band with us. He had some time away from the band and he came back after those members left. And we also got a new rhythm section. And it just felt like as we were writing the new songs for the album, we were going more into the Cornish Celtic punk genre rather than the piratey stuff. And it just felt like the right time to change our name with this new era that was coming for us. And also there's other bands with similar names of Jolly Rodger, so it was getting confused like online on festival lineups and events with promoters before as well. So it had been in conversation for a while, but it felt like the right time to do it with this new album.
So can you tell me more about your latest single called New Era?
Yeah, so this is all about that change that we've had this year, about starting afresh, about moving forward in a positive sense, just about that new change and everything that we're doing this year with a more positive mindset, I guess. I did a lot of self-work last year. I grew a lot as a person and made significant changes in my life. When we were first writing with Jolly Rodger, it was very much about I was drinking a lot and doing a lot of partying, so the songs more reflected that. And now I'm sober, and lots of other changes in my life that kind of reflect this new era. So we thought that was a nice single to start for the new album.
So can you tell me more about your new album that's based on the Friday the 4th of April called All for Jolly? So can you tell me more about that, your new album?
Yeah, so that is, we're really excited about the release of the full album on the 4th of April. It'll be out everywhere. We're also doing a full UK tour that starts on that day. There's dates all around the UK. We're really excited for it. So please buy your tickets if you're listening and you'd like to come and hear us and see what we're all about. We're a full DIY band, so it means so much to us when people support us and buy in advance and come and see it and support the grassroots music scene as well. But we're launching a Patreon, and part of the Patreon is about the stories behind each of the songs on the album. And I actually wrote a short book at the beginning of this month, impromptu, thanks to I got ADHD. So that was one of those things that I was supposed to be doing something else that I didn't want to do. So I started doing this and then spent the next couple of days writing a whole book about the album. So I'm going to be recording that as an audiobook and releasing it through the Patreon as well. And that will tell everyone a lot more about each of the songs and the reasons for the album.
So, is there any of the venues on your tour that you haven't played at yet?
Yeah, Oh, sorry. Can you still see me? There we are. Yeah,
we're looking forward to playing at.
Yeah, a few new venues. We haven't played at the Fiddler's Elbow in London before. We're going to be playing there with the Jolly Grogsters. and James Spencer. And James Spencer's our main support for the whole tour. He's our friend. He's great. And we also haven't been to the New Church Village Hall before. That's a new one for us. We're putting on that gig ourselves. But yeah, it's the most extensive tour that we've done so far. Looking forward to the Penzance show, the hometown show as well, and one in Plymouth. But yeah, we've got quite lovely connections with a few of our grassroots owners of the venues that we've played before. But also looking forward to those new ones. We're going to Nottingham as well for the first time, the Angel Microbrewery. So yeah, looking forward to that. All of them. I can't wait.
So I'm guessing that you're independent band.
We are, yeah. We kind of learned everything as we went. I do most of the behind the scenes stuff, and also my brother Jay does a lot of work as well on like running the merch shop and getting the Patreon all up and ready. We've also got somebody else on the team now who's like our tour manager, Chantal, who's been amazing. And she's helping us out with the upcoming tours, not only in the UK but in Europe. And she kind of helps me remember what I'm supposed to be doing as well. But yeah, so we're fully independent and DIY at the moment.
There's a lot of hard work being an independent artist.
Yeah, absolutely. We work day and night. Honestly, it's I do it every day, all the time.
So finally, can you tell my listeners where can they find Awful Jolly on your social media?
Yeah, you can find us on all the social media platforms, really. Just type in All for Jolly and we should come up. We've also got a community page on Facebook, which is lovely. It's All for Jolly Community and Crew, which we're quite active on all of the socials, Instagram, TikTok. Well, not so much TikTok, but we're going to start doing more videos on TikTok and YouTube and X, Twitter. Yeah. And we got a website too, which has all of the links to everything.
Thank you for chat to you today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. I'll see you at Stourbridge.
Yep, you certainly will. Goodbye.
All for Jolly and Jolly for all. Thank you.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.